The typical look, feel, and tone of a Pretty Little Liars episode is a 1-hour movie every week. That's always our goal.
We've always maintained a certain wholesome beauty, and then beneath it, something dark.
We've had some great theme episodes this year. The one that comes to mind first is the Halloween event. We had the black and white episode, and lastly was the hoedown.
The themed episodes are some of the most fun ones to film, just because it's a little different. You're not in your everyday wardrobe.
Design-wise, it was awesome because I got to create a whole new world.
If you look at all the themed episodes we've ever done, there's a touch of the girls and everything.
We don't just put clothes on them. They're really designed to be in the outfits they're designed to be in.
There's a lot that the viewers don't know, just how much was put into it.
This show has to top itself in everything it does.
The way that they get us into most themed episodes is they set up a hoedown dance, and all of us say there's no way in heck we're gonna go to this thing. And then we always end up having to go there for a plan.
Spencer, I'm not going to that hoedown. Cowgirl outfits are so much fun.
In the beginning, they were like, really, a hoedown? And then once they saw the costumes, we sort of felt like it was our own kind of urban cowboy episode.
Yes, it's a hoedown, but my God, Arya's gonna have blue boots, okay? Troy's gonna have some crazy animal horse shirt.
Emily's outfit was slightly different from everybody else's. We did the denim shorts, and it was kind of a nice collaboration with me and Mandy working together on what the outfit was gonna be.
Emily, short shorts, give me more legs, her legs are miles long.
I wore a dress that literally looked like a picnic table. I was like, Mandy, really?
Oh, come on, go with it, Han.
The ones I remember the most were the boys, not the girls. I think it was really fun to see the guys and deciding who wears what hat. A lot of thought was put into how a cowboy hat complements a guy's look.
I knew that the actor playing Jake was a dancer.
Do you two-step?
In a parking lot?
In a barn.
And the episode was sort of conceived in a way because we wanted Jake to shine. So we created a setting, and I love urban cowboy, and even though I'm not a huge country music fan, I love the whole social aspect of that. And I think it can be very sexy, and I thought that would work well into his favor.
The dance numbers in that episode took a lot of time.
And Lucy said to me, I can't dance. I thought I told you that. I can sing, but I cannot dance. And I said, you have 3 days to learn. And she did. And the truth is, she was wonderful.
It takes a lot of time and a lot of effort to make things look easy and casual and natural. But I think we all got our appetite whetted to do more of the musical things.
So our Halloween episode, we all joked, because to me it looks like we all stepped off of the Titanic.
There were definite dates between 1912 and 1918.
We got to wear a lot of corsets and hats and jewelry and long skirts, and everything was handmade.
Mandy had shown each of us her vision for each of the characters on paper, and she had drawn them out and was like, this is what I want, but it'll be a little bit different.
I gave them the right silhouettes and in fluorescent pink.
She's like Hannibal Lecter smart. She's been doing this for a long time.
She knew that with me, she wanted to go very classic, very true to the period, because she knows that I really like that. Unfortunately, I did not know that I was about to show up on set with 3 people that were incredibly modernized and very busty, and so I looked like a grandmother.
It shouldn't come as a surprise to her that she's totally proper. Her costume is the most authentic. It was the most beautiful in person.
Maybe there are a few things I could learn from her.
Aria, I'm like, cool. Downtown Abbey, bright colors, great laces, edgy corset, done. Emily, make it a suit, because back then they did a lot of traveling suits. So I loved the traveling suit, but I had to give her the corset because that had to be femme, and then I did this cool, detachable collar.
And Hannah made sure that she had more bust than bustle.
Her outfit was so tough, but so beautiful. And each outfit that you see, there was 3 of them built.
It was probably the most uncomfortable costume I've worn because we're in these lace-up boots, high-heel lace-up boots, and we're running around, and I had a corset on. It was a real corset, so it was metal, and so it hurt.
This girdle is cutting off my air supply. It's a corset. It's torture.
And I understand why they had fainting couches back then.
It was hard to sit down. We almost needed slant boards just to relax for a minute.
Incredible art department that we have at Pretty Little Liars. This is a very special group of people who basically create incredible worlds for us, and I mean universes.
The haunted house was a blast. It was so much work.
We sort of had an image we had talked about the old Hammer horror films. They were gothic and that they were skewed and things were cracked.
That episode was a wish list of what can we do to them. Let's take them down into a crypt. Let's let the bats get loose. Let's separate them in strange and nefarious places filled with bloody ceilings and caskets and coffins and malevolent figures in gas masks.
You shouldn't be in here.
Big themed episode for the second half of season 4 is the black and white film noir episode, which I wrote and directed.
Our fans really started embracing all these black and white movies that we would show and that the girls would watch. And that got us thinking, you know, maybe we could do something so outrageous and fun as our own black and white episode.
I was born for the job.
I learned so much about tones. This scarf would be great on black and white. This, okay, but this is gonna come out brown.
Everything was so different. We had to keep on reminding ourselves that it was in black and white because, you know, everything from the wardrobe, we had purples and greens and blues and reds on, and Mandy was like, just trust me, it will all work out.
Shay literally is in a purple dress with crazy sequins, with a green hooded cape with leopard, but you see it in black and white, and it's all about making sure that things pop different next to each other.
All of us had like dark lips on and lots of lashes and lots of contour because the shadows, it really picked up because of the black and white.
In the way that Joe wrote it was so perfect, and that there was more of a melody to the lines, I think.
Lose something, honey?
For me, I kind of just went a little bit more breathy and airy with the way I spoke.
You think she started up with Ezra and didn't tell us?
Personally, I think Toby was hysterical.
We don't have much time. I hit him hard, but I only hit him once.
What amazed me was the lighting. The lighting is so different from how we shoot a colored TV show in 2013.
Joe was very specific too, and our conversations of using not just the existing sets that we had, the existing environments, but how we could change those, how Spencer would change those.
There are scenes in the episode where you feel like you're watching some old Bette Davis movie shot on the lot. You really get lost in the time.
My set designer and I ended up drawing quite a lot of, like, you know, these vignettes, and we treated them so that we could kind of go through the whole color process of what was going to be best to black and white. So it wasn't just film everything in color and then go back, because black and white you have a lot of liberty to use different colors you wouldn't.
There's never been an episode of PLL that has looked like this or sounded like this.
The crew did an extraordinary job. Joe did an extraordinary job directing and writing it.
That episode was the most fun that I've ever had in all 4 years here. It was absolutely incredible. Joseph is an incredible writer and director.
The performances are fantastic.
So awesome to see us in black and white. It's a really, really, really fun episode.